Hey guys, quick little video here. Sorry in advance for the overlay at the top. I hit record suddenly late into the game. You could see 2 gens are already done. I wasn't sure if they were hacking at first, but at this point they just kind of stopped trying to hide it. You could see early on they were teleporting to always escape hits, and they're hitting me with flashlights even when they're not even flashlighting me. So they're very obvious about the hacks here. Like, there's no speculation whatsoever. There we go with the flashlight again. And a lot of the times in the beginning of the game, they were going really far away, and they're just like, dang, how did they even get that far? I didn't even hit them. And then it started to kind of dawn on me that, oh wait, no, this is not just them running. And the ring girl here isn't as slow as I thought she was, because I was thinking to myself, I haven't played the ring girl in a while. Is she really this slow? But no, it's just they were especially fast. And at the beginning, they were just fast enough to always be out of range. So I was thinking, oh, maybe she's a slow killer because she can teleport, but it was abnormally slow. So this hack right here was actually pretty interesting. She can instantly head on, and this doesn't really matter right now, it's just whatever, but later in the game, she was actually able to do this endlessly and catch me in a stun lock, just non-stop, head on, head on, head on. So that was pretty interesting to see. In fact, 99% of the hacks I'm seeing here in this game were things that I'd never even seen before, and all the time I've been playing Dead by Daylight. I mean, I've been in this game since the beta, and they used a collection of hacks that I just have not seen before. I'm used to the speed hacks, I'm used to the crawling hacks, but I've definitely never seen head-on hacks and global flashlight hacks either. I don't know, maybe I'm just lucky, but I've played a lot of killer over the years, and these guys are definitely something I've never seen before, especially the toxicity too. Usually when I get hackers, they're just kind of goofing around or whatever, but this was a pretty interesting game. They were especially toxic. And the funny thing was the Ada and the Felix, who I don't believe are hacking, but I think they might be friends with them. I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. They actually started teabagging as well. They got in on the action. So you'll notice they always travel together in a squad here. You know, I think it was kind of like a carrot and a stick thing where they let me get the occasional down, but of course the second you pick them up, they're immediately gonna flashlight stun you like this. At this point I'm standing still. When the game mutes, it's because I'm actually talking to my friend at the same time, being like, this is crazy. I haven't seen hackers in Dead by Daylight in so long. And like any other type of bully or whatever, once I alt-tab to quickly chat with my friend, they immediately stop, because ultimately that's all these guys want. They're just in it to give you a bad time and try to get you upset. But I honestly didn't really care. I knew the game was over from the start. I was more just interested in seeing their little collection of hacks here and get a nice recording. Although, as I said before, I'm sad that I've got the overlay stuck at the top right. I just had to record as quickly as possible. I wasn't thinking when I hit the record button. Well, the interesting thing is it took them forever to get these gens done, and the Ada and the Felix were not that great at the game, to be perfectly honest. But this part's really interesting. If you listen closely, right there, you're about to start here. You hear that? You can hear the generator sounds, and you can tell that I'm getting pushed all around the place. It appears that the hackers are actually able to spawn generators and work on them on me. That was extremely weird. And of course, to try to show Ada here that they're hacking, I wanted to get flashlight blinded while I had her up against the wall so that, you know, she'd be like, okay, that's weird, how did they do that? But of course, when the 2 non-hackers were present, they really tried to cut down on their hacks to make sure that it made it look like I was just bad at the game or something, I guess. All part of the ruse. But you can tell right here, the 2 hackers here, as most hackers are, they're not very good at chases. So she actually has to give in and start using her hacks, because she just keeps getting caught, and so she speed hacks right along here. But as said before, you'll notice that the Felix here started teabagging a bunch. So I don't think he really cared, honestly, as a lot of these Survivor players sadly get upset with killer players. Usually they don't care if there's hackers as long as they're on their team. And this game just kind of cultivates a very strong us versus them mentality, which is very sad to see. So even when you have blatant hackers like this, you're still going to get animosity from the opposing side. Right here, you've got just the classic 500/1000% crawl speed hack right there. Seen that one a billion times before. That one's nothing new. But as said before, this flashlight one is definitely new to me. So they're just going to keep going and going and going. Just a lot of flashlighting going on here. And then, of course, the little speed hack there to get away from the attack as well. The thing I've been trying to figure out is if it's timed by her or if it's automatically included in the hack, where no matter what, if the killer gets too close, you kind of get magnetized away. Because as said before, they weren't particularly good at looping, even with their hacks, so it had me wondering if they were speeding up and slowing down on their own, or if the hack was doing it for them. But as you can tell here, they're definitely feeling themselves right now. They're going really hard on the flashlights because I've been playing pretty actively. But now I've alt-tabbed, so let's see how long they keep flashlighting me for. There it is again. So alt-tab again. And let's see how much they keep doing it. Nothing. See? The second you stop interacting is the second they immediately move on because they're like, oh shit, it's not fun anymore. They're not giving us a plaything. But this was the interesting part. This was when they were spamming the head-on glitch. I alt-tab real fast to let my friend know. I'm just like, wait, I didn't even know this exists. But once again, the second I alt-tabbed, they stopped. He tried one more time, but he's checking. He's like, is he going to leave? Is this finally the moment he leaves? But as said before, I was honestly just really interested in these hacks. Like, it got to the point where I wasn't even mad by the time I hit record because I was just so flabbergasted by these hackers and like how hard they were trying to upset me that it was almost like an enjoyable match. I know that sounds like a mega cope. I say it, she's floating above my head doing 360s. But like that's what I mean. See, it's like it's a mix of goofy and super toxic at the same time, and it's just wild. It's absolutely wild how hard they're trying to be a toxic bully squad here. Now, up to the point of me starting the recording, I was, hitting anybody that would come close, and I would always chase or whatever. But at this point in the match, I've kind of moved on, and at this point, I'm just running around checking the gens to make sure that Ada and Felix are doing the last gen. Because at this point, I just kind of want out. I'm a little bored. I've seen pretty much all of the hacks that they've got, although there's a couple more in store if I'm not mistaken. But by now, I'm just like, all right, I've seen 90% of your hacks. I don't think I need to see any more. Let's get that last gen done, and let's move on to the next game. But of course, they're especially aware of this themselves, so as a result, you're going to see them really ramp up the toxicity here for this last part, because they know that the game is on borrowed time. Haha, Dead by Daylight pun. That's the thing, it's a squad of 2, so they were able to double the game's timing here. So the thing that worries me for killer players in particular is if a squad like this eventually finds 2 more people to join in and also hack with them, I mean, we're talking about an infinite game here. I know that there were rumors or whatever that the game is going to get a time limit, but I believe it's like 30 minutes to an hour. So that's not really helpful here, unless you just want to like alt-tab and sit around for 30 minutes and do something else while the 4 hackers run around basically bored or whatever. But yeah, this does worry me a little bit for other killer players. I know the dodge penalty right now is pretty insignificant, so I know most people are just going to leave the game anyway, but it just seems kind of silly to get punished for something that another person's doing badly. So this part was actually funny because you can see the head-on right there. And you'll notice that this is the part where the Felix just really stops caring, and you'll notice that these 2 hackers with their no collision boxes notice that Felix was teabagging as he poorly tries to blend in with the bush here. And they actually start like blatantly hacking now in front of them because they realize the other survivors are like, oh shit, they're hacking, but like this is funny, so who cares? So it was pretty funny to see how the survivors kind of had this like universal unspoken agreement where they understood exactly what was happening, but they're like, yeah, but free points though, come on. This is great. This is awesome. That part in particular was weird. She basically like teleported him all the way over across the map there for a second and then healed him up. I have not seen that before. But luckily, they're doing the gen there, which is actually surprising. I thought that they would avoid doing gens at all costs to make sure the game ran as long as possible, so I'm glad that they at least worked on that last one. The thing that worried me when I was recording this was I was worried about What if they had a hack where they could pop the gen infinitely? That was definitely something I was worried about. Is like, even if the two survivors who were legit were doing a gen, what if the hacker could come over and just fail skill checks infinitely over and over and over again? There's the teabagging again, though. So, as I said before, very interesting that they just do not care at all. In fact, I'd actually kind of argue that that was really the only moment of this match where I was really kind of frustrated, to be honest, is the complete animosity of these two survivors towards me. Not so much the Ada, of course, but the Felix in particular is just having a grand time with these hackers really going out of their way to try and be as toxic as possible. And I just found that really weird. You know, you could tell he's really feeling himself right now. You know the hackers love that too. I mean, they basically recruited one more. That hack right there I actually kind of enjoyed, honestly. The fact that she could fly over the exit gate and not leave the match. But I do appreciate the two randos who I said before, I don't believe were hacking at all and had no idea what was going on for half the match. At least they left instantly. Now, I definitely fell for this bait, though, because you could see that she purposefully kept teleporting to me to make sure that she got the full status effect, because she knew that I would be lured into wanting to Mori her, for sure. And, you know, I was like, why not? Maybe I can predict the hack, and I can actually get her downed. And I don't think they have a way to insta-up themselves, so if I could just get that down, maybe I could get the one Mori, and that's a fat W for me. But sadly, don't get your hopes up watching the video. I tried to predict it, tried to get the pattern down. You know, I've realized right here that she keeps teleporting behind me, so I'd get ready to go behind me. But she just bolted at this point, and there's not really much you can do there. So she's gone now. Now there's only one person left, and let's see how she decides to end this match off on. I'm just kind of teleporting around, trying to get some points. You know, I don't really care about pipping, but she just dips as well. They had their fun, I guess. But I figured they were waiting for the post-game chat more than anything. They really wanted to see the fruits of their labor, their reaction. But I wasn't really interested in that, so I was just like, TBH, I don't really care about hacks. But why are y'all being so toxic to me? You know, literally just being like, what's up? Why are you guys trying to bully squad so hard? But of course, this is the classic trope of gaslighting, where they're just like, what? What hacks? Man, what are you talking about? No hacks. That's crazy. I wouldn't ever hack. But you could see right here, the Felix was like, oh no, and then a sad face there. So I'm pretty sure, I'm like 99% sure that was sarcasm. I don't think he gave a shit at all. But the two hackers here, which was Echo and the person named Lisa Garland, sadly, I guess they expected to get banned because they're on Epic Games here. You could see by the little globe emoji next to their names. I was hoping to grab their Steam IDs so that I could report them for VAC as well, but no dice there. But you could see right there, we're just like, no, we love you. No hard feelings. You're just having fun. It's all love. And I was just like, all right, that's kind of cringe. Let's see, Echo is like, wasn't me. But yeah, this is exactly what I expected. But I thought I'd record this because I thought it was interesting seeing not only the hacks that I'd never seen before, but how toxic they were and how hard they were trying to get a reaction out of me. And hopefully you guys don't have to deal with this yourselves. But if you do, please just don't give a shit while you're playing. Don't flame them in post-game chat. Don't tell them you're recording and you're going to get them banned, blah, blah, blah. That's what they're hoping for. A copy of this game costs like $2 on a key shop. Like, just report them, say GG, move on. Like, Alt-tab if you have to, leave the game, doesn't matter. Just hit them with a report and then keep moving, because you getting angry is literally justifying their $2 purchase. The less reactions you give, the less worth it is for them to keep making new accounts. Anyways, that's it for me for this video. Hopefully you guys don't have to play any games like this anytime soon. But of course, if you guys want to see more content, stop by on twitch.tv/OxuStudio. I'm live every Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at 8:30 p.m. EST. Anyways, check you later, guys. Bye-bye.